Good morning. This is Swami Chidananda, and we are coming to you from Integral Yoga here in San Francisco for my daily reading from the Golden Present. There, daily inspirational readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda. Satchidananda, Chidananda. So the way this is set up today is it's a question and answer format. So a question was given to Swami Satchidananda some years ago, and so we'll do that here for you. Chidananda, he'll be playing Satchidananda. All right, so the heading for February 4th is the best compliment. And the question is, what would be the greatest compliment a student could show you?
The best compliment would be to make me see him or her experiencing all the joy and happiness and health that I experience. That's the best compliment. Not just mere words or praise. I want them to live that life. I want them to see in their life what I'm experiencing, if not more. It will be better if it's more.
That's it.
And that's it.
Wow.
Very often when you make presentations to people, which I'm sure you do also, it's nice to know that they're actually going to do something, not just come in and sit and listen to somebody talk or listen to a daily reading, but actually take it and use it and apply it. So Swami Satchidananda, he preferred if people, rather than look at him in awe and say, oh, he's so wonderful, that they start doing those things themselves so they have the same feeling of joy and happiness that he had.
And I didn't get to meet Swami Satchidananda, but from the videos I've seen, and of course from all his teachings, I do get that about him. It wasn't about, just to, adore me and do everything because of me, but he really promoted for all of us and the students to build our own practice, which is part of why I feel like I'm doing this too. Is to honor what I've learned through the teachings and to have this desire to want to do something with it, to take it into action and share it. So hopefully that's a compliment to Swami Satchidananda that this is happening.
Yeah, this is a great book because you can pick up one reading and one teaching for the day, and if you do it in the morning, especially earlier in the morning, then you can take and apply it to your life that day. Yeah. So every day you kind of have a theme to run through your life.
So the theme for today would be to experience the joy, happiness, and health that Swami Satchidananda experienced. So what could be a way that someone could begin, since they're not going to be as far along as Swami Satchidananda necessarily, but just what are the different ways you can experience joy and happiness and health? That would be a compliment to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, the big one would be meditating every day.
Meditate.
And non-attach. Meditate and non-attach. And
practice and non-attachment.
The joy will come automatically. You can't force it. Can you force yourself to be happy?
I don't know.
You can eat one chocolate and be a little happy and have another chocolate and be a little happy, and before you know it, the box is gone and you don't feel so well.
Right. Like, wait, I was supposed to be happy from all that. That's how it started. But yeah, that's right. So having something where it builds a non-attachment to that outside thing that's creating happiness, but we start to feel how that happiness is within. And in the practice of meditation, it helps to quiet the mind to really focus on what is true, rather than on what could actually be distracting. And I like that.
And we go through our daily life thinking of doing things for other people and not thinking of grasping things for ourselves. And soon enough, you'll find out, wow, this is fun. I like doing this. It makes me happy.
From that inner place. Yeah, like he says, not just mere words or praise. I want them to live that life. So yeah, what can you begin that starts to make a practice? And that's, some of the people who are looking at this, I recognize some of you are building this into your day. And I have thought about shifting this so that I could offer it more in the morning. Because I realize when I do these, oftentimes it is daylight right now, but oftentimes I do these, I don't get to them until nighttime, so it makes them a day behind. So I guess it's okay though, because it's a little...
Well, you could read the next day and then post it the next morning.
So maybe tonight I could do one more tonight.
Yeah.
And then that one would be for tomorrow.
Then you have it done also.
That's
for
true.
The day.
Right. Then I got to get to the next one though for the next night. Next morning.
But today is the only day you'll have.
You know what else I thought about doing though too? I thought about doing 2 of them. which I read it once in the morning, and then if I were to read it again at night, because I always have more thoughts when I read these. We're just spontaneously. I didn't let Swami Chidananda read this ahead of time either, and that we just, see what comes to our minds. But I thought if I do it again in the evening. But the other thing I've learned is to keep it simple. So we don't want to overwhelm ourselves with oh, now I have to buy 100 books and I have to go travel here and I have to. It's like keeping it simple. I'm reminding myself as I'm sharing it out loud, so that even some simple practice can get you started, rather than thinking it has to be some huge leap.
Yeah, just pick one thing you want to work on, like saying only nice things about people.
For one day?
For one day.
Ooh.
Yeah. So if you see somebody and you get some negative thought, oh, that person. Wait a minute. They have one thing they've done well that I remember, and then dwell on that. So just think good thoughts for a day.
I remember that reminds me of Swami Karunananda. She shared that at one point she's another Swami that I met in Yogavale, Integral Yoga's international headquarters, and she practiced not slamming doors for I don't know how long, but certain period of time, it might have been a month or something, but she took that all the way to even not slamming drawers or doors or slamming things down, but how unconscious are we sometimes with some of those things where we are just doing that, where it's, maybe less than conscious.
And also the door has feelings too. I remember Swami Satchidananda talking about doors, and he would say, the door has feelings, the door has a function, and it opens and closes, and here you're slamming it, and that's the door.
Poor door.
The door gets upset.
And then the next time you slam it, it'll slam you back.
Right.
It does. The door can hit you in the... Actually, that just happened to me in the kitchen. I was bringing our waters up, and the door, I was just sort of going through, and then the door hit the hand with the water, and the water spilled. So maybe I do need to practice being kinder to the doors. All right. Well, any other thoughts before we say goodbye to our friends out there?
Don't overwhelm people. As you said, keep it simple.
The best compliment. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Swami Chidananda. I'm honored that you took time to share this.
And I'm very happy to see you doing this. This is a great service.
Thank you.
Make sure you check your likes. Very important these days. You have likes.
We're not attached.
No dislikes, just likes.
Thank you. All right. I'll see you next time.
Okay.